We had men and women who were willing to make the ultimate sacrifice for us so that we could have a country to enjoy the freedoms that we do enjoy.
This card, or this beautiful bouquet of flowers, is giving honor to Michael George McKinney in honor of our fallen heroes from the state of Louisiana and the United States. SP4 Michael George Kinney, class of 1968, Union High School, Shreveport, Louisiana. We salute you.
It brings back the memories, and it lets me look at other names and appreciate their sacrifices.
It gives us a piece of him back.
It did give a piece back.
Especially for me, because I was only 4. So it gives me a piece of my uncle.
My name is Anthony Perlnett. I serve with 1st Marine Division, 1st Tanks, 68, 69. I come out here to find my tank commander. I lost my tank commander in 69. I lost 2 classmates in high school fullback, Gene Archer Ross, and Mr. Davis' son, Clifton Anthony Davis. I'm gonna stay out here a pretty good while, man. I get good therapy out here. That's about it, man.
We appreciate your service. Thank you very much,
You,
Anthony. They're looking down on you today, brother.
Yeah, thank you.
I also just wanted to come here and show support to the veterans who lost their lives fighting for us. And I just want to say thank you for coming to Shreveport, Louisiana, and thank you for doing what you did for us.
You'll see the tape is up. Detectives very active on this scene. Now, just between these 2 homes that are right over my shoulder here, that is where a body was found. Now, the call came in at around 3:40 this morning, 1 block over on Powell Street. Where we're looking at right now, this is Mayfield Street. Again, the 4000 block of Mayfield Street. Now, as officers were en route headed this way, they got another phone call that a man had been found located in that vacant little area there, that patch of grass there just between those 2 homes. That person was an African-American male. We do know that he was shot in the lower body. He was taken to Ochsner LSU Health, where he did in fact die. What we do not know this morning is any suspect information, but we are working to learn more about that. Right now, detectives are trying to get the latest information that they possibly can. As for that other shooting that you had just mentioned, the one that happened just after 1 o'clock this morning.
You can see behind me that there are at least about a half a dozen units behind me with their lights flashing, and if you get a little bit lower, you can see where they're marking where the bullet fragments and shell casings have landed. So they're still actively investigating this, what was called by Chief Alan Crump a drive-by shooting. Now, details that we know at this point: 2 people injured in this early morning shooting. It all happening just after 3:29 this morning on the 4100 block of Barbara Street. Police say that a woman, perhaps in her lower 20s, her young 20s, and her infant child, maybe 1 year old, they were both shot in the leg. Reports are that the bullets came from outside of the house. So at this point in time, they have interviewed the people inside the home, who were inside the home at the time of the shooting. They've actually taken a person off scene to the police station for further questioning.
Take it slowly and take it very carefully. A couple of other closures to pass along to you. The state is currently working on opening back up I-20 along Highway 71. Going to show you what's happening right now. Walking up here, we just pulled up, and it appears that there are some rescue efforts happening here. Some residents in the boat. You can see just the massive flooding that's happening right here. This is Cape Northwest Sligo. There's actually a high water rescue going on right now. We're told by Bossier Sheriff's deputies that there's a mother and a special needs child that's in a home there. Well, right now we are actually on the Louisiana National Guard high water vehicle. We're on Sligo Road right now, working our way into the Golden Meadows subdivision. Surprisingly, that is a subdivision that's been hit pretty hard with flooding, and they're actually conducting rescues from homes here that have been heavily hit with the flooding. They just picked up 2 residents that live in Golden Meadows. And here's a look at what we're seeing here as we're driving straight down the middle of the subdivision. These are some local college kids that saw everything that was happening, were watching it on social media, and they just decided to come in and spend their overnight and early morning hours volunteering here at the shelters. This is what we're looking at here, and this is what people are closely monitoring. This is what's also prompted those evacuations for those neighborhoods in South Bossier Parish as well. What we're seeing now, obviously quite a bit of high water. It's basically impassable through this area of Dugli. We are on Cross Lake Boulevard here in kind of a cul-de-sac area, and this is what we came upon. I mean, it's really, truly a heartbreaking scene here. I mean, you can see how much water is surrounding the home. Well, this is what we're seeing. I'm going to let you look here behind me right away. That's a Shreveport Fire Department vehicle making their way, really the only type of vehicle besides a boat that can even make it through here right now. On this side of us, we've got a resident here who is about 2 inches or so away from water.
Last half hour, we talked about not opening your door if the flash flooding comes above your door frame. What you should do, though, is roll down your window and exit that way. Now, power windows, they don't immediately fail, but they will ultimately fail. So then what do you do? Well, here are 2 items that you should keep in your car. It's a hammer and a flashlight. Now with the hammer, you can actually use this to break the rear window. You can break any of your windows, but the rear is the best because it's the biggest. And you should also carry a flashlight just in case you can't see. There aren't a lot of street lights. It's pretty dark here outside. And right now it would be a good idea to use these 2 if I were in a tough situation. So these are 2 things that you can carry and just put under your seat in your glove box, and always be prepared for that. But again, with a lot of water coming into your car at one time, there are still other things you can do, and we'll talk about those coming up in the next half hour. Back to you.
Hey, so I'm out here right now and I want to show you guys exactly how you can find someone, a soldier that you want to look for out here at this memorial. So we found a name at random and we're looking for Larry Pulley Jr. It is in order by last name. So if you know the person's name, go by last name first, then their first name. You follow along the line here. It gives their ranking and you look for the dog tag. So the dog tag here is 19.2. Here's the dog tag. At the bottom of each one of these towers, you'll see the dog tag, 19.2, and you can find him right here. This is Larry E. Pulley Jr. He was 20 years old. He's from Center, Texas. He passed away on January 17th, 2004, and he died by an IED in Iraq, again, a roadside bomb. So you'll see that here all throughout this display. It is incredibly emotional as you walk through the towers. And again, if you want to try to find someone, you're going to want to find the book. It is located underneath a canopy, and as the sun is coming up, boy, it is beautiful. And again, a very emotional sight to see. This is my first time out here, and I can just tell you, by walking through, putting a face to the name makes a big difference. You know, we're so used to just seeing names or numbers, but when you actually see these young men and these young women, it's incredibly emotional. These are the men and women who pay the ultimate sacrifices so that we can enjoy our freedoms. Nate?
And as we mentioned, our Luana Munoz will be taking part, and a little preview right now. Luana, let's see it. This is what you'll be seeing tomorrow for the color run. Let's get her. Let's get her.
Congratulations! You finished the red, white, and blue run.
I think you guys are having way too much fun with this. Oh my God!
Yeah. Tell me to wrap.
All right. Yeah. Let's give her a break.
Would you like to say, here's your pledge?
Good stuff, Luana. How you feeling right now?
A little powdery.
How did you prepare for this run? About 15 steps.
I think I need to prepare more for the powder, if anything else. The run, I think it'll be okay. I do, I work out a little bit, and the last time I did a 5K was about a year ago, but this is fun, and it's all for a really good cause, and I see my coworkers behind me. I think they're setting me up.
Yes. Gotta
Oh my
stay
God,
away from me.
oh my God, wait a minute.
No.
I thought you guys loved me.
I'm going to stay away because I still have a suit on. Look at me. Hey, folks, don't forget the color run tomorrow. Don't get me. Do not get me. Have a great day, everyone. Color run tomorrow.